water's all dry. Oh, I'm an ocean nothing floats on. I'm a sky that nothing wants to fly in. I'm a sun that doesn't burn hot. I'm a moon that never shows its face. I'm a mouth that doesn't smile.
Hey guys, it's RainbowFurWolf here, and it's been a long ass time since I made a video again. And it seems like that's a pretty common trend, but you guys should be used to it by now. So this video is gonna be on how to survive middle school, because this month I started high school as a freshman, and I was thinking about a lot of things, really. So I figure as long as I've learned things, you guys should know them too, and maybe I can help you in some way, or teach wisdom, or whatever the fuck it is that I do. But here goes nothing. Okay, the first thing that got me started thinking was the whole 7th grade scene/emo phase. And yeah, that you need to do it in middle school at some point, because everybody does it. And it's a really good thing if you get it over with in middle school and move on, and so by the time you get to high school, it doesn't really matter anymore, you know? So, while in middle school, dye your hair whatever color you want. Listen to whatever music you want, be all morbidly depressed, and do that whole thing that you think is going to make you seem cool, but it really makes you seem like a complete dork. Do that then. Because that's the only time when it's not going to matter, and by the time you get to high school, people have forgotten about it, you will have moved on, and things will work out for you. Next thing, this is quite serious actually. In middle school, like 6th through 8th grade, your bodies are developing, you're becoming who you are as a person, you're mentally maturing, you're physically maturing, and this is all really important. You need to get to know your body before anybody else does, and you need to figure yourself out. You need to figure out how to get help for yourself. You need to learn how to physically take care of yourself. You need to learn how to mature, and you need to learn how to be healthy. In 6th grade, which is basically when all this shit started going down for me, I gained a ridiculously lot of weight. Mentally, I was completely unstable. I was in a really bad spot, and I didn't know how to take care of myself. And that made things get really bad for me. So like I said, I gained a lot of weight. I started self-harming. It was really bad. All that shit it didn't make things better, and it made the rest of my life hellish. And if I would have figured out how to take care of myself, then it wouldn't have been a problem, you know? So, if you're depressed, if something feels wrong, go to a counselor, get help, tell somebody, because something might be, like, healthfully wrong with you. If you have to get help, this would be the time to do it, and this would be the chance to save yourself. And physically, like I said, I gained a lot of weight, and if you figure out to exercise personally sooner, the better, because then you won't regret it later on. And while everybody else is doing diets and trying to be skinny and healthy and all this stuff that they're trying to do, you'll already be there. You'll be ahead of the game. It's a really good thing to do. You know, it keeps you mentally healthy. Physically, it makes you look better, more attractive, and you'll be better off, trust me. Next thing. Study habits are really important. Okay, basically, in middle school, grades do not matter whatsoever. well, they do matter, but just, it doesn't matter. So, but the only important thing in middle school is learning how to study, and learning how to retain knowledge, and learning how to ask questions and get help, and just figuring yourself out and how you need to learn, because that gets you so much farther in high school than grades ever even do. I mean, when you start high school, you can choose what classes you're in. You can choose to be in the advanced classes or the remedial classes. It's all up to you. I mean, this is your choice. It's not based off of some score or your previous grades. It's up to you. So that's really important. So learn how to study. Find out what works for you. Find out what teaching methods work for you. Find out if you study better by the book, or whether it takes going online, or whatever it is that you need. So do that. It's important. Trust me. Okay. Socially, in middle school, everything is going to be a nightmare. People are going to be hormonal, they're going to be dramatic, they're going to be little pricks, and you're not going to know how to deal with them. And all I can say is, be nice to absolutely everyone. Don't judge people, don't snap at them, just be nice to absolutely everyone, and don't give them a hard time, because this is really important. I mean, everybody is going through the same shit that you are. They're all trying to figure themselves out, and they're all trying to discover who they are as a person. And that results in people getting bitchy, okay? It's gonna happen sooner or later, and people are gonna snap, and you're gonna lose friendships, and you're gonna date boys that don't like you, or girls, or you're gonna figure out that you date both boys and girls, or just boys. And this is all gonna be going down, and you're gonna be confused. And you need to roll with it and accept that this is gonna happen. Just don't let anything drag you down. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't let people get in your way. If you want to do something, just do it. Decide who your friends are, because this is really important, and you need to know, like, where you want to be and what you want to do with your life. Because all this is being decided in middle school. You might not think so, but this is like, and things can change later on, but this is like setting your whole life, okay? This is important. Okay, next. Okay. This is pretty obvious, but don't do drugs in middle school, guys. Do not. Okay, so I'm gonna sound like an idiot when I say this, but either start doing drugs as a child and prepare to be a drug addict for the rest of your life, going between homeless shelters and treatment centers and having everyone pretty much hate you and only see you as a drug dealer, or don't do them at all. Once you get into high school, it's a different story, but just don't do them in middle school, guys. Another thing that's important, like I said, to be nice to everyone, make friends and know who your friends are. And another thing that's important, you need to date people. You need to date boys. You need to date girls. Regardless of your gender, you need to figure out what you like in a person. You need to figure out what works for you. You need to figure out all this. And don't let people hold you back. Just, I mean, I'm not saying go out and, like, screw everyone, because that'd be bad. Just don't do that. Don't sleep around. Don't do that. I guess if you do, that's your choice. But just be aware that this kind of sets your reputation for all of high school. And it sets your habits for high school. I mean, it's so much easier to not have sex until high school. So just don't, I'm not telling you not to do it, I'm just telling you it's better to wait, but if you're gonna do something, be careful, okay? But I do think people should date in middle school. it gets you a head start in life, and it makes things so much easier later on, because when you start high school, everybody else has already dated someone, and you're left kind of just wondering what the heck is going on, and you don't even know what you like, you don't know what you're interested in, you don't know what kind of people you're compatible with, you don't know what a date is, you don't know how to date, and it's better if you know all this stuff, so figure it out and mess up in middle school. Middle school is like the time for you to mess up your life and figure out how to fix it, because that helps. I guess this is kind of pointless, but I guess those are my main tips. I hope I helped you guys in some way, and I hope that you'll actually listen to my tips. I mean, it's all really important stuff. I mean, looking back on my 2-3 years in middle school, if I would have heard this stuff and if I would have listened, I would have been so much better off. Like, honestly. So, another thing. Listen to every kind of music there is. Watch every kind of music or movie there is. I mean, watch movies. Listen to music. Go to concerts. Go to dances. Learn how to dance. Learn how to speak different languages. Read books. Experiment. Figure everything out. And do absolutely everything you think you could possibly love. Because the more you know and the more you do, the better off you are. Just trust me on that. And I wish you guys luck. So, bye guys.